What's up, people? Kind of dark in here, sorry. Let me turn this down. We're eating lunch. Well, it's not lunch, it's just a meal, but making some rice. I wanted to talk about why you need to weigh your food. So, 1 second, I'm getting my chicken. Alright. Why should you weigh your food? Because I said so, that's why. Guys, you have to be consistent with how much you're intaking in a day, or else you're not going to have any progress. Why should I weigh my food? Is it really necessary? Oh, that's so annoying. I have to use a food scale every time I eat. Oh my god. Guys, relax. It's just a food scale. It's not that serious. If you think you're going to tell me you're sitting here and honestly measuring the exact handful of food that you're grabbing to put on your plate every time you eat, then you're lying, because I know you're lying. You need to weigh your food so that you're not up and down a couple hundred calories a day. If you doing that is messing up your metabolism, basically you're creating an inconsistency in how your body functions. Alright, let's see. Food is ready. Ooh, chicken and rice. Grab some almonds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. If you're not counting your almonds, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Sorry, guys. If you want to make progress, if you want to stop second guessing your progress, if it's being made, just weigh your food. Weigh your food. With work or other things in life, we don't just hope it works out. There's certain ways to do things. There's certain instructions on how to do things. This is just one of those things. For whatever reason, a lot of people... Sorry, I'm trying to fix this tripod. For whatever reason, a lot of people are intimidated by using food scales. I'm not quite sure why. It's just a scale that produces some numbers when you put some food on it. It's really not that serious. I know a lot of clients in the past think it's crazy to use a food scale. Oh, I don't want to have to do all that, but it's just a step in the process. That's all it is. Like I was saying, with work and things we do in life, there's steps, there's a process, there's things that you have to do to get to what you're trying to accomplish. You have a job, you don't just go to your job and do a bunch of random shit and hope it works out. So why would you do that with this? It's the same thing. There's a process, you follow the process, and it works. It fucking works. Now that we've gotten that sorted out, let's talk about the process and why it's part of the process. Let me grab some barbecue sauce here. My little mini fridge I got going on at this Airbnb. Some Primal Kitchen classic barbecue sauce is what we're going with today. The reason we want our macros to be consistent is because we want consistent results. We want consistent output, just like, you know, our job, whatever we do for a living, we want consistency. We don't want a different result, you know, every day. I do hate these bottles. I love Primal Kitchen, but it's so annoying to get this stuff out. One thing I've mentioned in the past is intuitive eating. I've mentioned on my Instagram how I was able to have progress through intuitive eating and not tracking. But the truth is that tracking got me to that point. When I did a cut last year, tracking allowed me to see where I was at, to see where my maintenance calories were, to see where everything else was. Let me set this again. To see where everything else was and understand where I had started to lose weight and figure out my maintenance calories, and then understand how far I was going past that. Through gaining that understanding of my body and what was going on, I was able to also understand going back up and reversing out of that caloric deficit. So as I did that, you know, and was also able to figure out, okay, where's the maintenance going back up? Where am I starting to surpass maybe that weight that I was at when I had started losing and could really see a difference? Or where do I notice I'm putting on a little bit of body fat? Like, where is my maintenance going back up? Understanding that and continuing to build on that and add a little bit more calories in. And if you're doing all this while being consistent with tracking, you will gain an understanding of your body, how many calories you're eating, what it's doing to your body, and you won't have to use the scale anymore if you really so choose not to for a certain period of time. If you do it long enough and if you're consistent enough. So I mean, you know, for somebody like me that doesn't eat a whole lot of variety in my diet in terms of am I changing what I'm eating day to day, it won't be difficult for me to say, oh, am I doing the same amount of calories today? Well, I'm eating all the same food, so of course I am. But even so, if you take all things I said into consideration, you will have an understanding of your body through doing this even just once, to where you can feel very confident that you are being consistent with what you're doing, that you're not going to veer off, you're not going to gain fat or lose muscle. I'm just repeating myself again, but you gain this intuitive sense of your body through tracking. You have to do it at least once. So now that we have that down, do you want to get to a level of confident intuitive eating? Hell yes, that sounds great. Even that aside, let's go back to what we were talking about before and why, you know, this is just part of the process and this is something we should be doing. Why the hell wouldn't we? If this is a step that we can take to further our goals, if this is a step we can take to know that we're going to get the results we want, then why the fuck are we not doing it? So that's ultimately what this is about, is let's take the steps towards our goal. This is a stepping stone. It's right in front of you. Just use it, utilize it. And the intuitive eating is just a secondary effect from it. It's a win-win. You know, you learn your body more by doing this. That's why I wanted to make this video, to kind of explain why you would track your macros. And I'm gonna get more in depth in my next video as to how I'm tracking mine, what my numbers look like, maybe how you should figure out what your numbers should look like, etc. So I hope this helped. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss more. I promise to be making something at least once a week from here on out. Stay tuned for more in-depth talk about macros, and I'll see you next time.